Welcome to the City UndrGrnd Podcast, a place for creatives, emerging artists, dancers, anything that you do. This is a great place for you to tune in and get with some like-minded people. My name is Nathaniel W. James, and we're about to get into a cool little episode with my man Jack and Zoe.
If you don't know, now you know, the one and only, the truest to do it. Alonzo 11, baby.
I told you he'd do it.
Right out the top.
Right off the top.
I love it, man. So yeah, we're just gonna keep it cool.
Cool.
It's great to meet you guys first and foremost.
Of course,
Likewise,
of course.
likewise.
Appreciate you guys sharing your time, your talent, and this is really just a place for it's a platform for emerging artists to just do their thing, talk about what they came from, and what they want, and where they're
Right.
going. Simple.
Thank
Right.
you for having us, man.
Yeah, of
Really,
course.
absolutely,
It's a
man.
pleasure.
It's amazing.
And thank you, Art, for opening your spot. This is probably my favorite place to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, big shout out to Art.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
much
Art
love.
appreciation.
I've only been here once, and you already can't beat it.
Much love, y'all. Much love.
Crazy.
This is for us.
This is better than Arsenio Hall, yo.
It's ridiculous, right? Sexier too. Goddamn.
Oh, definitely.
Right on. Right.
All right,
on.
so I'm going to start with a quick little, it's kind of like a quick little shotgun question section. I like to
Okay,
do
let's
it, kind
do
of get to know you guys really quickly, break the
All
ice.
right.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to start with Jack first.
I can do it. I can do it.
All right. This is pretty intense and it's quick.
I like intense.
All right, cool. It's really not that intense. It's really not. All right, here we go. First concert you've ever attended?
It was the 1975, and I fell in love. I had no idea who they were before.
You don't even know the artist.
Well, no, 1975.
Oh,
I was
my
not
bad.
born then. I was not born then.
I was like, wait.
You said that, I was like, what the? I'm doing the math in my head.
No,
It's
yeah,
a
so
band,
a
it's a
band
band.
called the 1975, a British band, and I had no idea who they were at first. And I was at Hangout Fest back in 2019, and Travis Scott was performing that night. He was headlining, but in order to be at the front, I had to listen to the 1975, and so I was like, I got to get there early. Had no idea who they were.
That's
Heard them, and I fell in love.
crazy.
That's the first ever one.
Vibe.
Okay.
Vibe.
Vinyl, CD, or streaming?
If vinyl was a little bit more convenient in terms of like my setup at the house, I would go that all day long because I love vinyls. But right now, it's CDs.
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 All right, cool. If you could have dinner with any musician, dead or alive,
Probably Stevie Wonder to see if he's real blind.
Oh, that's how you start that shit.
I did hear that theory that he wasn't actually really Brian
Yeah.
this whole time.
I don't think
I'd like
he
to
is.
find out
Shut
if
up.
he's really blind.
I don't think he is. I heard the story that Shaq told about him. I don't know.
Yeah, speculation.
Speculation. It's all-
We're going to get back to that.
That's
All right. Favorite karaoke song? What's your go-to?
Oh man, I forgot what it's called. My Way by
Usher?
Frank Sinatra, I think.
Oh, shoot.
Is that Frank Sinatra?
Yeah,
So-
My Way by Frank Sinatra.
You know, funny story about My Way by Frank Sinatra. It's actually banned in Korea
Why?
because people would go there and perform it, and then people there love that song so much that
Yeah.
if they performed it wrong, the people would get so mad that a lot of people died that night because
That's-
people would.
There's no way.
Yeah, look it up. You can look it up. It's a fun fact. That's right.
I'm loving these answers right now. All right. Morning person or night?
Definitely night.
Definitely.
I am not a morning person.
Yeah.
I'll
So you
stay up
work-
till 6 a.m. before I wake up at 6 a.m.
Same.
Yeah.
All right. Couple more. Favorite guilty pleasure?
Kind of tapping into my. I like to be manicured a little bit. So like, I'll get my nails done. And then whenever I get to the house, I have to get out of my real shoes and hop into my little house slippers
No, respect.
and then set a candle. Like I have to like set the tone. Otherwise, I'm not gonna relax.
respect on
that
the,
and
on
the
shoes.
nails. Yeah,
I mean, the nails,
I have
I've-
to have house shoes.
You got to.
Yeah.
Easy.
A lot of people out
Yeah.
there are crazy, man. They'll just wear their shoes
They're
in the
by
house
my
and just
door when
like,
I step in.
the heck?
You
Yeah.
see nothing but dirt underneath, and it's like,
Right.
relax yourself, brother.
Right. Just pause.
Yeah.
Wash your hands at least, man.
That's
If you ain't
right.
gonna get the manicure.
Yeah.
Wash your hands.
Get your
Come on,
nails.
man. After COVID and everything.
Everything.
All right.
Oh man.
If you could only listen to one genre of music for the rest of your life,
R&B,
R&B.
specifically Majid Jordan. That is my That is my bread and butter.
I feel like you've seen the list before. Like this guy's answered these questions like, boom.
You told us rapid fire.
Yeah, I
We coming
did.
fast with it.
Yeah, I'm ready
Most
for
people
it.
trip up. All right, cool. Switching it over. My guy, Zoe.
What's up? What's up? I can't.
What's the most memorable venue you've ever attended?
Most memorable venue I've ever attended. I would have to say it's two. I'd probably say either one, the Toyota Center, I believe that's what it is in Houston, Texas.
Yep.
In 2021, October 10th, I saw J. Cole live for his off-season tour. It was amazing. It was
That was
amazing.
probably crazy.
Yeah, it was such a vibe. It was such a vibe. And then the next one would probably be the Tabernacle, where I got to see and meet Steve Lacy, and that was actually also a vibe. He's one of my favorites.
Is it actually a tabernacle that they repurposed?
I think so. It's the one out here. I haven't
been to that one yet.
It's cool. I believe it's like a capacity of maybe 32 to 3,500 people.
Nice.
I'm glad I didn't get that question because I do not remember
it's dope,
venues
man.
at all.
Yeah, no, bro, I love it. I love it. The ceiling, it's like it's very theater-esque,
Yep.
but it's so much open space. So if you really want to be on some dance floor type stuff, it's a vibe.
You got
It's
it.
a vibe.
All right. Where is it? Coffee or tea?
Tea.
I
Tea,
already,
lemon.
I already knew he was going to say that.
Come on, man. Lemon ginger with the honey. You could probably do some peach detox. I have this one, I forget what it is. I think it's like grapefruit or something like that, but it has like ashwagandha in it and things like that. Or I guess it gives off that element, but like it's calm. Tea.
Yeah, you're healthy, bro.
Yeah.
I'm vegan.
Don't
vegan.
Don't let him go down the vegan rabbit hole. You'll never get out of it. You'll never get out of it.
Oh, man, yeah.
Okay, favorite movie soundtrack?
Favorite movie soundtrack, The Lion King.
Oh, wow.
Dude, I was going to say, if you were going to say Interstellar or some like
No.
typical
Nah.
stuff, yeah.
Should be told, okay, look, I'm a list kind of guy, right?
Go.
So we talking movie soundtracks, I would do three. It would either be one, The Lion King,
Yeah.
the soundtrack for Love Jones,
Nice.
or the soundtrack to Uncut Gems by the Adam Sandler flick. And that's mainly just all instrumentation,
Okay.
but it blends together really well, and you can kind of follow the story of the movie
Yes, just from the soundtrack.
just from the soundtrack, yeah. Love a good
Pocahontas. Just throwing that out there.
soundtrack. Oh, yeah. Hercules, if you really want to get
Tarzan.
Oh,
Phil
Tarzan.
Collins did his
Yeah,
thing.
He did.
Man, all right, cool. Where we at, man? That one. Jeez. Cats or dogs?
That's a tough one. That actually is a tough one because when I lived in Houston for a few years, me and my friends, we actually had a pet cat. They still have her, Casca. And I hated cats before I met her, but she's a comedian, you know what I mean? And
What does that mean? No, I don't know what you mean.
Bro, okay, let me put it like this. Like, cats are, like, they're self-sufficient, you know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're dumbasses at the same time. Like,
I don't think so.
No, look, trust me. Look, it sounds crazy.
They're
When-
silly.
When you live with a cat,
Uh-huh.
you see how dumb they really are. Like they
Cats are petty
definitely.
Yeah.
to another level.
Definitely. But if I had to choose between the two, I'm gonna still say a dog just because like on my TikTok feed, it's nothing but a lot of funny dog videos because they crack me up.
Yeah.
I just find animals to be hilarious.
They actually are. They're way funnier than
I'd
humans.
say a dog. I want a Great Dane one day, man.
Which one is that?
That's the big one.
That's the
tall-
huge.
Yeah,
horse
yeah,
dog.
Yeah. I like huskies.
Yeah.
Too much.
Name one artist you think everyone should listen to.
Go ahead. Self-plug.
That'd be crazy.
Well-
This dude I know, he just released an album.
Yeah. Alonzo 11?
I mean, have you heard of him? But no. An artist that I think everyone should listen to. Man, it's so many because I listen to so many different artists. But I'd say an artist that I think everyone should tap into, Anderson .Paak for sure.
Okay.
For sure. If
Okay.
like Anderson .Paak. Now, if we're talking like dead or alive, then that'd be a different conversation. But for the most part, I would say Anderson .Paak or an artist who I think is slept on, like all time, no cap.
Who?
Bobby Brown, bro. Listen, look, let me elaborate.
Fair enough.
Let me elaborate. People, they hear, what is it? Don't Be Cruel and just assume that, like, it stopped there. In my opinion, Don't Be Cruel is fire, but I think his self-titled album from 1992 or 3 is way, way better, man.
All right, the plug
Way
for Bobby
better.
Brown and performer.
Yes, like
top three,
You can't
in my
touch him.
opinion.
You can't. Yeah, all time. Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
put Bobby Brown top 3.
Wow.
Top 3 just
Crazy.
because, like, for him, it's not a lot of stage theatrics. It's literally just him on
Him,
stage
just energy.
doing this thing. And that's why I give him mad props to a man like Michael Jackson for that. Because
Right.
he can get on stage with just him in a black sequin coat and do Billie Jean, and the whole world is captivated.
Yeah, nobody's turning away.
No, you can't. It's impossible. It's
Man.
impossible.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do one more.
Okay.
Let me go look at these 3. Oh, I like that one. If you could do a collaboration with any artist, who would it be?
Any artist dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
Plug.
Be careful how you answer this.
Word up. Right here, man.
Well, I
right here.
already have the collab with him.
I know, it's already
what I mean?
done.
That's already done. But
Oh, good answer.
man, an artist that I could collab with, dead or alive.
Yeah.
It comes down to who do I think could get the best out of me as an artist. So I would probably say he wasn't that big of a fan of rap music, but I think me and Prince could make a really, really fire ass song.
Prince.
I think me and Prince could make a fire track. If not Prince, if we completely removing that and we just sticking to the alive portion of this conversation, then I would probably want to make a track with Pharrell. I would love to rap.
That's a good choice.
I would love to
choice.
rap
That's
over
an excellent
Pharrell
choice.
beat. Yeah.
I was thinking about it in my head. I was putting you guys together and seeing you and Prince. But I want to hear your answer for that same question, then we'll move on.
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
Probably Hall & Oates. They're still alive, but Hall & Oates. I love me some
that's
Hall &
what's
Oates.
I could see that.
I love me
Yeah.
some Hall & Oates.
That would be a classic record.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, can I throw another one in the hat just
Throw
because?
Throw it.
A collab. I don't know how it would happen because it's different generations and different eras, but I feel like me and like Earth, Wind, and Fire would make the funkiest shit known to man.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I'll hop in on that.
Magic
Right.
Mind is my favorite song by them. Like, I think if we could recreate that, it'd be crazy.
Say Magic Mind.
Magic Mind.
Matter of fact,
Mind.
all right, if you have any Earth, Wind, and Fire offhand,
We
throw
do.
in some like Serpentine Fire or something.
We
like that.
do. Well, you don't want them to cut your whatchamacallit, do you?
What?
Yeah.
The but they won't. It's not on the recording, right?
I'm sorry?
It won't be on the recording, right?
Oh, no, you're right. You're right. I
Yeah.
got you. I got
This
you.
is
Just
live.
provides
I got
for
you,
us.
man.
Oh, we know if we're gonna do something from since Serpentine Fire, if we're gonna do it from All in All, then I feel like you should just do the
What the hell you know about? Oh,
No, I'm telling you right now, Alonzo knows.
look who you're talking to. If you
Yeah.
don't know now,
You got
know.
a cool
we're
ass
learning right
uncle,
now.
man. You got a cool ass
You know
uncle.
what's crazy? All of this, as far as like me knowing that, comes strictly from me just being like a music nut. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Paul. Like, I don't. Hopefully, it doesn't go off too off topic, but like,
Now go.
for me, I'm very. I love music and I love to study music and I love to study people who've already done something that I'm trying to, if emulate or get inspiration from. So,
Yeah.
but back in 2019, I wrote a list in my old composition book. Can't believe I lost it, but it was a list and it was like the top 10 albums of all time, right?
Right.
And I just wanted to see what people rated them. So I would see all these albums, then I would go and listen to these albums, and I would make notes of each song, track by track, to just be like, yo, what is it that created this full body of work that just has everybody like, yo, this
Yeah.
is the greatest album of all time?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, do you have a favorite album of all time? What would you say is like the greatest
The
album? of all
greatest. First of all, I really don't think there's a greatest of all time.
time? Yeah, just for your ears.
But
where
the
you're just
one
like,
from my ears, man, I would have to say
yeah, I know, right?
it's hard, man. Like the
I know,
one,
right?
I would have to lean gospel because
Oh,
I
yeah.
am.
Wow.
I did grow up in the church, and
Oh yeah, definitely.
gospel is like what changed. That's what locked me into music. That's what turned me into a musician.
There's always that. There's always
And I would have to go
one.
Kirk Franklin.
I knew it.
I
knew
he was the best writer of the time
Yeah.
in the gospel world, and
Yeah.
he's just consistent with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say probably God's Property. That album changed my life. So I just
Really?
and a lot of amazing records came from there. But yeah, man, it's so good.
What about you, Jack?
Where you at with it?
Y'all are blowing my mind. I do not know enough about. I mean, I thought I knew about music, but y'all are.
Oh
digging.
no, these two right here.
Yeah.
If we gave them,
Yeah.
if we gave them free range,
Oh yeah. Who knows when that conversation?
That's another segment,
You
bro.
feel me?
Like, see,
Hours,
like, my favorite-
hours and hours.
My favorite album, I can't think of anything because y'all are digging up old school.
No,
good
no,
stuff.
but it's whatever's good,
It's-
man.
it's- yeah,
whatever
it's
you
whatever-
deem
whatever-
good, even
whatever.
now.
I've
2
already
years ago,
already
whatever.
mentioned it. This duo Majid Jordan. One's a producer, one's a singer. and in 2017 they released an album called The Space Between.
Yeah.
That's a
And
dope title.
yeah, and I mean, play through it. I play through it all every day.
Was the space between referencing the space between the notes?
I think it was a reference between the space between them as artists.
Okay.
But I bet it's open for interpretation because
Yeah.
Majid is from the Middle East and Jordan is from Toronto.
Okay.
So it could be the space between what brought them together.
Right. Right.
That's probably interpretation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I mean that goes kind of into the next question that I want to ask you guys.
Yeah.
Creative process, like.
Oh man.
Actually, that's even better because I really want to hear this story. Generally, what's your creative process? And then we'll get into that.
Like I said partially earlier, I gotta have my house shoes on. I gotta light a candle. I gotta have the lights on. I mean, like the mood lights on.
Yeah.
A big light cannot be on. My big light never turns on.
Okay.
I can't stand it. I might just take out the light bulb because I don't like it.
It's off, but you just got to take it off.
Yeah, I might take it off because I don't like it. But I have to be actually like in the mood for it. A lot of people don't talk about that. I feel like
The physical aspect.
yeah, like if I'm not in the mood to make music, I'm not gonna sit down and force a song out just because
Yeah.
like if I do, it's gonna sound trash. I'm gonna get frustrated.
Yeah.
I'm gonna feel like a failure.
I'm gonna push back on that because a lot of people will say there's people that could write 15 songs or that you have to write 20 bad songs to get one good song.
That's right. And I mean,
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that because when I am in the mood to make a song, I'm not
Yeah.
in the mood to make a good song. I'm
Right.
in the mood to just make a song.
Something
And
has to come out.
Yeah, it'll either lead in a direction that I want it to,
Yeah.
or I get to the end of it and I'm like, what did I do?
Right.
Let me just scrap it. Like,
You ever wake up the next morning and it's like, I hate this with
Yes.
all my heart
Yes.
and soul.
yes, and a lot of my sleep habits actually reflect that because I'll get
Nice
in
art.
bed and I'll just lay down and try to close my eyes and I
Yeah.
can't sleep and I'm like, it's because I didn't like that. Let me get up and change it.
Oh, that's
so I'll
messed
stay up till 4 or 5 fixing something I didn't like, all in the morning for me to be like, what did I even
This
do?
is terrible.
Yeah, I can't even listen to it.
You know how many songs I have on my hard drive? I'm just like, this is terrible. But the sad thing is, if I were to play some of that music and if you were to play some of your music, somebody would love
We
it.
probably like it. Yeah.
Not you'd probably still hate it, but somebody out
Oh,
there would be
exactly.
like,
Oh,
oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
gosh. Just
It's something
like
for everybody.
Exactly.
Truly.
facts.
Yeah. So mine's a lot of patience. My creative process is patience.
What about you?
My creative process. Honestly, I don't know because my mind really never stops. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like all I think is, I just think music. I just think creation. You know,
Yeah.
and for me, it's a lot easier for me to write songs nowadays because growing up,
Mm-hmm.
before I like really found a love for music, I used to want to be an author. You know what I mean? So I used to be really easy for me to just kind of like paint a story or just write a bunch of words out and like make it cohesive. You know, so when I write music, I still write it from that perspective. Whereas I'm like if you were to see my notes and see how my songs are written, it looks like I'm writing in paragraph form.
I was about to say, it probably did kind of coincide together and kind of like become the same entity, no?
Exactly. You know, literally it did. So like for me, my creative process, I pull a lot from personal experience, you know what I mean? But if I can't find a personal experience to pull from,
Yeah.
then I'll just create a story. You know what I mean?
And that I've found very later on in my life
Yeah.
because I used to think everything has to come from your personal experience.
No.
And it took me way too long to realize that,
Yeah.
wait a minute, I can actually just
You can just create it because
create it. And I couldn't do it until I envisioned like a story, like I played out like I'm walking off of a cliff, and then I heard the music of what it would sound like to walk off of a cliff.
right, like
And that tripped me out.
like what would love sound like? You know, like for me, my musical and my creative process comes a lot from what I listen to. Because like I said, I study a lot of people. So
Right.
most musicians the musicians I study the most as far as songwriting pertains is Frank Sinatra. I feel like he's one of the best songwriters of all time.
Fair.
Sade, I love how she's very descriptive.
It's ridiculous.
Frank Ocean, because Frank Ocean can paint a story in as many and in as less of words as possible.
Yeah.
Who else do I think writes really, really good songs? He doesn't get a lot of credit for this, but I think Rick James writes some pretty phenomenal tracks.
He does.
Like people listen to street songs and think that's like kind of his magnum opus, but I don't know, man. Like he got some bangers on him. He got some bangers on him. My favorite song by him is "Dance with Me," and I study that song.
Check
a lot.
you out. Really?
Yeah,
Damn. I'm throwing down. Yeah.
that's my joint, man. I just love it. Like, and that's the album. I believe it has a Tina Marie feature as well, but a slept on one because a lot of people kind of lean towards Fire and Desire. But
correct. What was the name of that one?
that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to remember, but truthfully, it
I'll look
escapes
it
me
up.
at this time.
They could go.
Yeah. But that's my creative process. Like, I usually do it from the perspective of how can I tell the most cohesive, relatable story in as little words as possible. You know what I mean? Because I want to make people feel whatever I'm saying. You know what I mean?
And actually be able to connect to it.
Exactly. But I've gotten into the bag now because a lot of my newer stuff is a lot more dance oriented. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I now I hide the deep lyrics behind the groovy beat. So people are dancing, and the whole time I'm telling a story about like heartbreak. You know what I mean? Or I'm telling a story about just anything. Man, I just like to create. It's a vibe.
Cheat code.
Literally.
I mean, tell me about. I need to know the story. So let me preface it. Like, I'm talking to Jack, and he told me that you guys worked on an album.
That's right.
The project that you guys have out right now.
Well, no, it's not out.
It's not
coming
out.
out about
It's
next
on-
month.
It's on the
Next
way.
month.
It's
Because I
on the
still
way.
have to go through the crazy.
You still have to go through version 83.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
That's right. Right.
What's the date today? It is the
20
22nd.
Yeah.
22nd July.
When's the release date?
I'm planning. We have to plan a little bit because we have some performances coming up, so we're trying to build momentum.
So I'm gonna hold you guys to it.
Probably be
Oh,
August 30th.
definitely.
I'm
August
thinking
30th.
August 30th because we still have to film a music video and a
Yep.
short film. I love short films, so I have to put a short film on every single one of my albums.
Dope.
Nice.
And I'm doing a short film that's going to lead into the music video that's going to tell a story about the album.
Okay.
And so that plus the performances and the momentum, I'm thinking August 30th.
Okay. I'm holding you to it. It's on the record.
It is.
It's on the record.
All right.
It is. We were
Nice.
talking about it earlier.
Nice.
August 30th.
So tell me about the 2-day 9-song marathon.
Okay. So I am fortunate enough to have not only a home studio, but a studio that I go to and can create a whole space and really just do what I want there in terms of photos, music, anything.
That's clutch.
Yeah, very,
Facts.
very. And which is why I moved here because I had that connection and I knew that in order to take my music to the level that I wanted,
Yeah.
I needed that space.
Big commitment.
Yeah, big commitment. Yeah, big risk.
Facts. Big facts.
But so I have that studio, and me and him obviously we talked all the time. Hey, we should make a collab project, whatever.
Yeah.
And so one day I was finally like, you know what? Pull up to the studio. Let's just do something. And so I had a few beats on hand. Producer in Croatia had a few beats, and then I want to say, this one dude sent this crazy story. DM me on Instagram. He was like, hey, I'd love to send you a few beats. I love your stuff. And I said, okay. He sends me an email, and I kid you not, it's like 300.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
No way.
It was a lot. It was actually a lot.
But what's crazy is,
Crazy.
I'll probably only choose, like if I listen to all 300, I'd probably only pick like 20 just because I'm so picky. But thankfully we found one, and I did what I always do and
What do you always do?
customized the beat. Like he sent it to me, I downloaded it, whatever, and then if let's say the kicks didn't come in where I wanted to, I would just scrap and just make like Play-Doh a whole new thing.
So doing that,
Talk your shit.
does that when you go back to the producer and you're like, hey, here's a song that I put together, what's the conversation?
This is how I see it, and
Right.
it might be controversial,
Talk
but
your
like
shit.
if a producer likes what I do
Yeah.
and texts me and says, I'd love to send you some beats,
Yeah.
he is therefore asking for me to listen to it and interpret it how I would,
Yep.
and therefore create something using it. Because like he doesn't send me the stems, he sends me the whole beat, and then I go through the MP3 file, the WAV file, whatever it is, and I cut and I cut and I cut and I just craft a whole beat from that.
Yeah.
So like it's still his beat, but it's just my take on it.
And that's why I'm curious to know, does the producer sit there and say,
Oh,
that's
he's
dope,
pissed.
or he's pissed?
Gotta
I mean,
be,
maybe,
gotta
but
be
like at
pissed.
the end of the day,
Because then does that mean that some part of the ownership is relinquished? Like, what does that mean?
I mean, like in terms of like releasing it wise, and
in
like
terms of, I guess, his royalties or his splits.
right now, I am not worried about money.
Yeah.
Like, if I release something, if he comes at me and is like,
Yeah.
oh, I want 20, 30, 40%, I don't care.
Right.
Because like money is not the forefront of why I do it.
100%.
If you send a beat to me and I didn't feel it how I wanted to, then I'm gonna change it to what I feel. And if I gotta pay you for that, whatever. But like you send it to me. So
All right, cool. Back to the
yeah, so I got the beats, whatever, and I had some on lock like I always do. And really we just sat there and listened and listened and listened and listened, and we playfully like put on verses, put on hooks, and like I'm pretty, I don't want to like toot my own horn, but like I'm pretty good at a hook. Like
Talk your shit.
I can make a hook like that.
Talk your shit.
And thankfully our styles, my hooks sort of build the foundation for his verses.
yeah.
And so I put a hook on, and then boom, you give him 10 minutes, he's pacing around the room, and then he's like, put me in, and he writes a whole verse, and then boom, records it. And some of the verses on
can I
the
say?
album
Yeah.
are freestyles. And I just left it like that. I was like, bro, you killed it, keep it.
That's it. Right there.
Keep
I'm
it.
a big advocate for keeping the first take.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, like
I think it's very hard to be the first take.
That's right.
100%.
Because then you got to like try to fit the mold that the vibe of the first take took,
Right.
and
It's
then
impossible.
yeah.
This is,
So
Can't do it.
8 hours the first day,
yeah.
5 songs that day, and then 12 hours the next, 4 songs. But like me and him talked earlier, it's really more than that. Like in total, we made like 13 songs, but 4 of them weren't good enough, so we cut them. So 9 songs in 2 days.
And those are the songs that you're using on the project.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's so dope. I love
That's
it,
right.
man.
Nice.
It reminds me, when I was in LA, I was working with this girl. Her name's Sylvia, one of the dopest artists to date. I don't care what nobody says.
Shout out to Sylvia.
Shout out to Sylvia. We recorded like this project, man. She's, oh my goodness. When I say she's dope, like she can just take like, she's very textured, right?
Yeah.
We recorded the whole thing in her closet, man. It was the most janky setup. But like to your point, she set up one of those like lights in there, like what was it called? Lava light or
You
whatever.
just got to set the mood.
And we just went in there and literally just caught up in the closet because we didn't have no studio, no booth, or nothing.
yeah.
And we recorded it, and it's one of the best projects that I've made to date.
Yeah.
So
Shout
it's
out
just
to
like,
both of y'all.
Like, I mean, y'all
You know
heard
what
the
I mean?
story about the setup that T-Pain used when he recorded Bartender.
Yes.
Yeah.
The janky hotel setup. And to your point,
Yeah.
like when I first started making music, it was in my bedroom closet of my mom's house back in Mississippi.
That's it.
And I would just countless hours. Like I would lock myself in there like a shift,
Yeah.
like 8 hours, 10 hours. She wouldn't see me that day. She'd be like, "Where'd you go?" I'm like, "I'm in there working." I would go out, warm up my pizza rolls, get my chocolate milk, go back in there
I'm
and
telling
make.
you, those
That's
were
what I
the
did.
days. Those were the times. Those moments were like my favorite moments in music. Going to like big studios and stuff
Yeah.
has never really
Oh,
drawn
no,
me.
it can never capture that feeling, man.
Never.
Like,
Yeah.
it's something about the comfortability of just being, because even when you go to the studio, you can very much be yourself,
Yeah.
but you'll never be yourself like you are when you're by
Right,
yourself.
right.
You know, and
That's a T-shirt.
it's a vibe.
That is.
Trademarked by y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
By the
'cause,
one
like-
and only, the truest to
Because like
do it. You know?
if you go to the studio, like for me,
Yeah.
if I go to a real studio, at that point I'm strictly Jack Hudson.
Yes.
I'm not me, Mississippi me, or growing up Atlanta me, or
Yeah.
it's like this guy. It's like an expectation.
Yep.
And at my house, I'm kicking up with my house shoes. I ain't got to worry about nothing.
Tacos.
Yeah,
Stains on the shirt.
You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah.
'Cause,
just free.
I don't know. Going to the studio is always fun for me just because this producer I work with a lot, his name is DeClaire, right? When it comes to my solo work or whatever. And he says I'm one of the more difficult people that he works with. And that's only because like a song is never done to me until it's actually done. So
What does that mean?
so I'm gonna elaborate, right? So like I'll go to the studio because I have this tendency I'll go spend the money specifically just so I could hear how the song sounds, and then I'm going back to the studio and I'm like, hey, let's do this again, and then let's do it like this, let's do it like this. He's like, okay, cool. Spend 2 hours, I'll get it, go home, listen to it again. Hey, you know what? let's add this to it.
Yeah.
And I go back. I think this one song I recorded, we recorded it like 6 times.
Right.
By the 6th time, bro was pissed at me. He was like, yo.
You're wasting studio.
Yeah, he was like, bro, do you write any more music?
Yeah.
I was like, no, for
That's
sure.
funny.
But this song, for it to be what we need it to be, we gotta take the time. What are you mad for? I'm spending the money. You get paid
he's mad because it's 2020, 22, 23, 24. Back in the day, that was what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be in the shed, shedding it out, working it out, making sure that the song sounds like what it's supposed to sound like.
Facts, but
like
but
it's different now.
It is different now. A lot of people do come in there a little bit more prepared, but no offense to them, a lot of those people don't really last. You know what I mean? Like if you can
go for blood.
If you can go in there and just churn it out that fast, and you're like, you know what? This is cool. Let's release it like this.
Yeah.
And you haven't even heard the song in its entirety. If you haven't put it in your headphones to hear it like that, played it on the speaker, played it in your car test, like that. Like you haven't given it all these tests. Like, you know what? Let's release it like this.
Yep.
I'm gonna be real with you, dog. I hear how unfinished your shit sounds, but no disrespect to you. Music is subjective. We all listen to it differently. It's just I listen to it with a different ear.
So there's a part of music that's subjective.
So,
but go ahead.
So, I guess you're pretty fortunate having me mix everything on the album, knowing that I'm a scientist at it, huh?
I mean,
like, see, I'd be sending this man like in a single day, he'll get like 3 new versions, and he didn't even think about it. Like, and I'm over here working.
So you guys definitely found a yin yang.
That's what I'm saying. Like shit like that.
And we talked about that specifically. Like,
I appreciate that.
If we didn't have this unspoken unity, then we would not have been able to turn out 9 songs. And like
facts.
I even called my mom. And I was like, Mom, I don't say this often, but this is like the best music I've ever made. Like the best music I've ever made.
When you call the moms,
and my dad,
that's when it's real.
My dad is a big help with music because, well, my mom and my dad both sang in choir, and my mom taught me piano whenever I was little.
Yeah. And
so I called my dad the other day in preparation for a performance we have Wednesday, and I was like, Dad, I can't sing this song live as well as I want to. What can I do? And he was like, well, have you tried transposing it a half step down?
That's
a whole step down. Yeah. And so he walked me through because I don't know music theory. I know everything by ear. And he taught me how to do that. And by the end of the phone call, you would have thought that I just like unlocked a new ability. I was like, this is crazy that I know how to do this now. And then I got a version that I can sing better. And
So your pops was in the biz?
Not in the biz. It's just he sings a lot for weddings. He sings a lot. I mean, he just sings. He knows how to sing.
Yeah. It's, I mean, to have a father or both parents be musicians, and be able to bounce ideas off of them.
So I send my
head
dad.
Of the game. You had an uncle.
I send my dad files for new songs all the time, and I'm like, does this sound pitchy? Does this sound off key? Does this sound whatever? And he's like, I mean, most of them, he's like, no, it sounds great.
Yeah.
But when I call him and I'm like, okay, break it down, like actually, then he'll get real.
That's so sad, man.
Yeah, very fortunate.
To touch on what you were saying about like my uncle and stuff like that. Fact, shout out to my boy, you know what I mean? Shout out to the Basu clan. It's all love, always and forever. Like it was just one of those things that he kind of saw in me when I was little, you know what I mean? And he was connected to the industry in a way, you know what I mean? He wasn't necessarily the biggest fan of it. So he tried to steer clear and do it more independently. And in the 90s, to be independent is a lot harder if you don't have the actual funds. You don't have the resources of social media and that immediate grab, you know what I mean? So he had to really grind it out. And my mom, funny enough, she wanted to be like a dancer. She wanted to be a backup dancer or whatever when she was a kid. Yeah. And that was just always her thing. So for me, knowing that is instilled in me, because if it doesn't make me dance, I can't listen to it. You know what I mean? If I don't feel that, if I don't feel my shoulders moving, my feet tapping, my head bobbing, I'm not gonna listen to it.
Okay.
And so with her, I send her all the shit that I think she'll dance to.
Yeah.
And for the most part, she'll fuck with it. She'll text me and be like, yo, what is this? You know what I mean? Like the only thing she gets more mad at is how vulgar a lot of my songs get. Because I'm her son, obviously. So she's like, Kyle, you did what with who in the car? Hey, mama, that was a long time ago.
So she heard some of Jack and Zoe?
Yes, she has. She heard Rain Down and Friends, and she rocked with Friends. I didn't give her like the lore of what Friends was.
Yeah, there's a lot of lore
or
there.
None of that. Like I had this one song I made a few years ago called PG-13. Obviously, it's not PG-13, and I idiotically was like, you know what? Who would fuck with this? My mama.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna send it to.
Yeah.
I sent it to her. I was like, yo, mama, what'd you think of this shit?
Shut you down. Huh?
Like, if silence could kill, dog.
Yeah.
And I sent it to her via message, and she usually responds to me in the span of a minute.
Yeah.
I sent that shit, bro. I probably didn't get a message back for like 2 days. She was like, yes, I just want to let you know.
You're no longer my son.
Right, like, who are you making this for? I was like, mama, truth be told, I don't know no more. I was just vibing. But yeah, no. I think it's dope to just have those resources available to you. You know what I mean? People who have that ear and that history with music. It's
that
always,
you trust.
Always a vibe. Yeah, definitely.
Huge. Well, I mean, just to do a quick little segue, I want to ask you guys, do you guys feel comfortable sharing any of the songs that you guys have written on the project?
Of course.
Always.
We can actually, I mean, Zoe, you can tell me, should we send the file of the song we're performing, or should we play a different song than what we're performing? What do you think?
Let's go with Friends, man.
I knew you were going to say that.
Let's go with Friends.
All right,
man.
so you can send friends over.
I can do that. And man, the love I have for this song.
Yeah?
And if you don't know who Majid Jordan is, which is like my biggest inspo, my two big, I was telling Zoe earlier, Don Toliver and Majid Jordan are like my two.
I gotta take these notes.
My two influences, and
it shows on the music.
Friends is like, oh well, who's Majid Jordan? What he sound like? After Friends, you're gonna be like, oh,
get it?
I get it. Yeah,
that's a vibe, man. I love it. Like,
and the love I have for this song is man, I love
it.
It's
a vibe, bro. Like he said, he was. Oh, go ahead, my bad.
We play the album, and every single time we play it, we're like, this is my new favorite song. No, this is my new favorite song. Yeah, like
I gotta take it in.
I love it. I love it so much.
I gotta take it in.
Is this good to set stuff on?
Sure.
Okay.
No, like he said, he's the love child of.
I just sent you the track.
Oh, okay.
Don Toliver and Majid Jordan.
Man,
and if I was to say who I'm a love child of, damn, I listen to so many different people.
Oh, I love this song.
Right.
I'd probably say I'm like a love child of Anderson .Paak. I love Anderson .Paak. That's my
He's
guy.
doing the same.
That's my guy. I'm seeing him October 13th at the Lakewood Amphitheater.
Really?
Yeah, he's doing a tour for the Malibu album he dropped back in 2016.
Wow.
Which I'm excited about. My favorite joint by him is Oxnard, though. But yeah, I'm hip.
Yeah, and Will Smith. And Will Smith.
I'm hip. No, never Will Smith.
He hates that I compare him to Will Smith. But he sounds like it. His rap voice sounds like Will Smith.
Hey, we'll see. Shout out to the Fresh Prince. 8 million off Big Willie style. I can't be too mad at it.
Go ahead and at a later time. But go ahead and rap that rap theme song. He sounds just like at a later time. I ain't gonna put you on the spot like that.
Put him on the spot, man. We got a couple spots that we got to put you on anyway, so this is just one.
Oh, you got a word you want to throw at me now?
No, it's coming. It's coming.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Trust me.
I'm back.
You set the record already?
Next episode.
Yeah.
Say less.
You got the song art.
Did you want us to keep rolling through, or did you want us to break for the performance?
Oh no, we can keep rolling through.
Just keep rolling through.
Oh, y'all want to keep rolling through?
Yeah, definitely, because this song that he just sent, you just sent Friends, right?
Yeah, that's not the performance. That's the listen song.
Yeah, and I don't think y'all have heard it yet, so it'd be dope.
Okay. Yeah, no.
So
it'd actually be dope to get.
This is the listen one, and then afterwards, perform.
Okay.
Right down.
Because it'd be dope to get some first listen reactions from people who are not us. You know, people that we send through text message.
And people that actually, especially you, that knows the intricacies, because like I feel like them two are like right here.
Yeah.
Me and you are probably right here.
Definitely on the nerdier side.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, so yeah.
Let's get it.
This is a world premiere.
Premiere.
Okay. Now y'all do know we can only hear this. That's not going out.
Is there a way that we could throw it in there?
We can.
Yeah. Could we pause it?
You want to do that? All right.
Yeah, that'd be dope if we could have this section.
Okay.
Go ahead and rewind that bad boy.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. We gonna
shout out to the world.
Drop that thing one more time. Yeah. Okay.
All right, y'all. This is
Wait a minute. Let me run some stuff here. So we gonna
awesome
this one.
But
we gonna run this up here.
Let's get it.
So do we need to do an instrumental where y'all talking over there and go back to it, or we good?
No, you can just if you want to just
we
just give us a count and then play it. Yeah, because I just love closing my eyes and listening to it. I love it. I love this song.
Okay.
I'll say off rip. ladies and gentlemen, this is a world premiere of Friends by
That's
Alonzo
right.
11 and Jack Hudson.
Yep, Jack
Coming
and
from-
Zoe.
Coming off the project Jack and Zoe that will be dropping possibly August 3rd.
That's right.
30th. If you're checking for it, you're checking for it. If
That's
you're not
right.
checking for it,
That's
you're missing out. And if you're missing out, we can do without. Go ahead, check this out.
I'm gonna get a sip of water.
Did you have to tell your friends what we've been up to, what we've been doing? Did you have to tell your friends that I helped you? Did you help me too? Did you have to tell your friends everything I said in confidence? I said I'm gone. You wonder when you did me wrong. My center of attention don't last so long. You said your piece, you had to get it out. But you don't like the way I treat you now. You're scared to be alone. I've heard it all before, but you tell me not to go. You swear to me you're wrong. Top things I know later on. The words you say corrode in a way, casting me in stone and pick away my bones. Tell your friends what we've been up to, what we've been doing. Did you have to tell your friends that I helped you? Did you help me too? Did you have to tell your friends everything I said in confidence?
Is it all what it need to be? I think I needed me. Texting your phone, pull up if you really feeling free. Hey, overthinking all of the little things. Hey, are you a freak or just an enemy? Back shots in Bangkok, no red sheets, rare receipts, thinking we on lock, but you a creep who is weak, titty rubbing and fucking on silk sheets for the plot, skipping all the cutscenes involving she. Cause I don't wanna hate you, baby. Fucking in spite and it drive you crazy. I'm in the back of your blue Mercedes. I say your name, but it's not tenacious. Take you down, maybe break you down in another round. You too loud, make another sound. Neighbors coming out, thinking how the fuck you tell your friends about us now. It's been loud, we stuck, and ain't nobody coming out. Hey, Jack Hudson, no rushing. Who is the same girl that we keep fucking?
Friends, what we've been up to? Did you have to tell your friends that I helped you? Did you help me too? Did you have to tell your friends what we've been up to, what we've been doing? Did you have to tell your friends that I helped you? Did you help me too?
Nice. So share the inspiration behind that real quick.
Don't
Well,
get too candid. Don't get too candid.
That's right. There's a lot of lore on that can be needs not be spoken. But
All good vibes, good energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
it was a good song at the end of the day, so we chilling.
Yeah, like,
No, well, the
It is.
song is really dope. It
Thank you,
definitely had me swimming.
It is.
and flying, and
thank you.
you know what I mean. The verb definitely had me swimming.
Yeah, I tried to in recent times
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of my reverb goal is to feel underwater.
Yeah.
Especially in like the
Mission accomplished.
yeah, it's weird because like how I see it is like you have like front reverb and the back reverb. A lot of the back I try to make it sound really drowned out, but
Yep.
then still present.
Yep.
So I'll have the delay hit the front, and
Yep.
then when it bounces off, the reverb is all in the back.
That's a Travis Scott
Yeah,
or whoever
Tra-
produces
Travis
for him.
Travis and Don. That's
Yeah.
where I got that from.
I love it.
Yeah.
They use it as an instrument, really.
Yeah, which is
Honestly.
what I've tried to implement, and thankfully, I can sing better, in my opinion, than Travis. Not Don. Don is an amazing singer, but Travis, he's kind of limited because of his voice,
Right.
and because I can sing a little bit, it allows me to dive into that atmosphere.
Nah, it's definitely dope. I especially loved how you tucked his vocals in right before you came back in with the last chorus.
Right.
That was a nice
Yeah, because
tuck.
at first they were static with the rest of the verse.
Yeah.
But I wanted to have that lead in a little bit subtler.
Yeah.
So I drowned out his dry a little bit,
Yep.
and then I upped the delay just a tad. That way it gave it more, atmosphere going into the.
Literally, it was like, like, you know what I mean?
yep,
It was just
yep.
like the perfect, like, are
Yep.
they gonna?
I just ramped off him a little bit.
It was
Yeah.
beautiful. And the side chaining was very, very well used
Thank
as
you.
well.
Thank you.
Everything
Thank
was very nicely placed, man.
Thank you.
Clean.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
clean.
That's my goal.
This guy over here.
That's my goal.
Yeah.
Get a load of this guy.
That's my goal.
Nah, definitely very nice, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, let me ask you guys another question, man. Let me move on. What time are we at, actually?
We're at an hour in.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
wow.
Yeah,
It flows,
fast.
I know.
But say we're giving you a lot of stuff so you can pick from.
Oh, hell yeah. This is going to be
Man, he's
hella
gonna ride that whole
15.
damn thing,
I-
right?
You know the vibes,
I'm down
the
for it.
vibes.
I'm down for it.
Man, in terms of your where was I? Oh, this is what I want to know. What is the best piece of advice you guys have ever received?
Yeah, I'll let you take the head on this one, Zoe.
The best advice I ever received.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I received a lot of good advice, but the advice that stuck out to me the most was advice I more or less saw. It wasn't given to me. It was more like a video.
Fair enough.
And I forget who said it. It was this old dude from like a 70s band or whatever. But he had said, he was basically going on like a little tangent. He was like, oh, don't make music for what you think the people want, because the people don't know what they want until they get it. You know what I mean? He was like, the world didn't know that the world didn't want Jimi Hendrix, but they got Jimi Hendrix. And when they got him, they felt like they needed him.
Yep.
The world didn't want an Earth, Wind, and Fire. But when they got Earth, Wind, and Fire, they were like, oh, we need this.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The world didn't know that they wanted anything. Whatever new idea pops out, the world never knows that that's what they want.
Yep.
Until it's what they've been given. And that's some advice that stuck out to me the most. Like, make what just feels right to you. You know what I mean? Who vibes with it is who vibes with it. Don't make what you think the people want, because the people don't know what they want.
And so, in that sense, are you now trying to make your space that if you withdraw from that space, people will then see the void? Is that kind of like your?
That's a good way to think about it.
You know?
Yeah, in a sense, like for me, I feel like my sound is my sound. You know what I mean? Like anyone can try their best at it, but they can't do it the way I can. You know what I mean? AI can't clone me.
I mean, it's getting pretty close.
That's right.
Can't clone.
We better get real good real fast.
AI got at least another 100 years before it can catch up to what I can do.
Man, the AI, they can do all they want. They ain't got no soul.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't got no.
We'll touch back on
soul.
that.
You ain't got
That's
no
right.
soul.
In terms of advice, there was a saying.
Love
that,
Earth, Wind, and Fire, man.
There's a saying that you cannot build a new house with old bricks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how I interpreted that is, you have bad habits, you have bad tendencies, you have a bad moral compass, whatever it may be, a bad routine, a bad whatever relationship. You cannot mold a new life with and still carry those bad, entities with you.
That's a
because wolf gonna blow the house down.
The wolf go
Always.
blow it down.
Yeah.
Always.
It's true, man. You're just gonna be turning around in circles.
That's right. And I did it for a while. I had a very toxic relationship where I moved to Atlanta in June of 2022, and as soon as I got here, I felt disconnected from the relationship back in Mississippi. And so I thought the best thing to do at the time was to move back and quit music and quit all this, no matter how much work I put into it. And to her, I guess, respect, she didn't tell me to move back, but I thought I needed to, and I thought it was like that masculine whatever, let me go fix it.
Yep.
And I got there, and it just whirlwind of just a bunch of craziness So I learned it then. It was like, I cannot build the life I want to build if I'm carrying this old toxic behavior into it.
Yeah.
And that's facts.
Yeah.
How old are you guys?
I am 22.
You're 22.
I'm 24.
You guys are very mature for your age.
I love to hear it. I love to hear it. And I think it has a lot to do with music.
Oh,
honestly, yeah.
Me talking
I
about
agree.
I agree. I think so.
me talking about how I feel in my songs.
Yeah.
Like my mom told me the other day, because I'm one of 5 boys.
Nice.
So I'm
She had all boys?
yes, I'm the middle of 5 children,
Nice.
and so I have 2 older brothers, 2 younger brothers, and oftentimes she told me, she was like, the words that come out of your mouth, like the wisdom.
Yep.
It exceeds even what I can do. And she's, 50. And she's like, sometimes I just like to sit back and listen. Because I told her the quote. I said, you can't build new houses with old bricks. And she was like, no one else can tell me something like that and actually have me like listen and a light bulb goes off. So she was like, something along the way, your wisdom started leaping and bounds, growing. And I was like, probably music.
Yeah.
Wow.
Listen, musicians, art, creatives in general,
Yeah.
There's just something there.
there's something there, man.
Yeah.
The practical application of the spiritual inspiration, I think, is what really connects with people. And it sucks that we're so discredited a lot because
Right.
we're kind of the gestures of the world.
Right.
But the truth is, yeah, a lot of things that we feel and that are kind of like intuitive to us, when placed in real life application, can change somebody's life
Yeah.
in an instant.
Genuinely.
And
You know what I mean?
yeah, and that's come apparent to me since moving out here, and because all of my family pretty much still is in Mississippi or close to it.
Yeah.
So I'm the furthest. I'm the furthest away, and the practical applications to like the emotions that I talk about,
Yeah.
and like the ways that I think now as opposed to how I used to think.
Yeah.
Life changing.
Night and day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, man. I want to ask you guys this last question before we start wrapping up, man.
Okay.
Perfect.
If you could describe your music in one word, what would it be? And I want this to be separate as well as you guys' collaborative music.
Okay.
So, Jack, you could start.
Emulsification.
Let me write that word down.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit. God damn it.
Emulsification.
Emulsification.
Is that a real word?
It is.
Okay.
It is whenever you are emulsified, or, there's probably a lot of synonyms for it, but just totally like wrapped in a space, like consumed by, just emulsified. Yeah, because the ways I've unorthodox, like the rules I've taught myself that I have since broken, like as far as like mixing goes, because like how I started was just YouTube tutorials,
Of course.
how to record, how to mix, how to master, how to blah blah blah, and so I took that knowledge and broke it down and started breaking the rules.
Yeah.
On every single, like, oh, don't do reverb this way. Okay, well, I'm gonna do it that way. Yeah. Don't sidechain this on this. Don't master this like this. You need at least -6 dBs before going into mastering to have headspace and blah. Man, I don't care. There's tracks I've purposely let bleed because I like the overdrive bit sound. And yeah, so emulsification. I want people to be emulsified in my music because you felt it with the reverb and it's
Definitely.
just I like to be spacious, and from front, sides, back, there's all that space.
A lot of space.
And I'm gonna take up all of it if I can. Now, obviously, I'm going to I don't want to drown your ears out and get you tired. So like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna save that for the conjoined part because I have a very good point with that. So Zoe, you can go and I'll wait.
Okay. All right. Just in case we got to do something.
Okay.
So, if you could describe your music with one word, what would it be?
I would probably describe it as bohemian. Yeah.
Okay.
Just because I just feel like it goes against the normalities of what most people conceive as rap music, you know? I feel like it's fairly easy for a lot of people to assume rap and think either it's so many avenues you can think when you think rap. Especially nowadays, though, you could think either like somebody says rap music, you'll think Jid, you'll think Kendrick Lamar, you'll think Denzel Curry. You'll think MF Doom, rest his soul. You'll think a lot of different people, Earl Sweatshirt, those kind of guys. But for me, a lot of what I do is very dance oriented. You know what I mean? The way I structure my songs is very against those normalities. It's not MC Hammer. You know what I mean? It's not Busta Rhymes, and it's not like LL Cool J. It's me. And my favorite part about music is performing. So I tried my best to make something that I feel suits me better on stage. I try to implement a lot of neo soul, a lot of funk, a lot of house music, a lot of, if I need to, a lot of boom bap if I got to, a lot of disco, a lot of really just anything that I just feel that can get people moving. And I structure my songs very differently. I structure my verses very differently. Like I have a rule where if I'm doing a verse, I have to switch the flow at least 3 times within that verse.
You mean like the motif?
Yeah, like I have to find a way to keep it. Thank you. I have to find a way to keep it going, because I've noticed with a lot of people when they rap, it can get very stale very fast.
Mundane.
Yeah, mundane. Yep. If you don't, because at the end of the day, music is music, but it's also entertainment to some people, and you've got to keep people engaged and entertained. So I like to do things very differently. You know what I mean? Like if I'm writing, that's why with me, if I'm writing a song, if it's just me writing a song, I have to rewind the song back 45 different times just to write one line, just so I can make sure it flows into the next flow that I want to switch it into.
Gotcha.
And then just keep going like that. So I would say Bohemian, just because it's different. You know what I mean? It's not what people expect. It's not what people know they want. It's not what people are used to. You know, it's art. You know what I mean? I try my best to create it in its most unique form. You know what I mean? Shout out to Paris for giving out that Bohemian culture and expanding it to the rest of the world, man. Your boy here definitely picked up from Lawton, Oklahoma. So
there it is.
I'd say Bohemian, definitely.
And then collectively,
this
project.
This is what I was gonna say. And it's interesting. So as you were saying about your flows and how things can get stale, I feel like I do that not so much with flows, because as like a melodic singer-ish, I can't really change flows, as much. So I do effects. Like one thing will have one effect, and then it'll breathe into another one, and then different effects, different things, just to keep the ears, fresh. And then you have to ear breaks. You gotta have that resting time. So I have a lot of strung out delays. So you can breathe and it's not words punching you. But together, one word.
No pressure.
Can we both have a word?
You guys could both say a word at the same time.
Oh, hold on. Okay.
Wouldn't that be crazy if you guys said the same word?
That'd be crazy.
Imagine. So hold on. All right. So think about it. I'm gonna think.
You guys on 3. You guys will say.
I gotta think of one.
A word.
One word.
A word to describe Jack and Zoe.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got yours?
I think I got it.
You got yours?
I'm trying to think of a word that he would think.
Oh yeah, I got a good one.
Forget it. I'm just gonna think of my own word.
Okay. Did we count down or?
I'm gonna count down.
Okay.
Yeah, you hit it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You can do it after 3.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah.
Say it on go.
Say it on go.
Gotcha.
Very controversial.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Experience. Come on, so what the heck?
I was waiting for the go.
No, you say it on go. I did it right.
I was waiting for the go.
I did it
But
right.
if I said go, it would be
I'm
over
with
you guys.
So I'm with you. I was waiting on the go. I was waiting on the go.
But why would I say go?
See, look, I told you.
You're right. You're right.
Okay.
We locked in.
Why would you? That's a mixed thing.
Yeah.
That's a mixed thing. Why would I?
Locked in. He said on the go, right? So I'm over here. Okay, so it's not.
No,
it's go now.
in the place.
Like in the place of the go.
In the place.
All
of
right.
the go.
Well.
That's such an engineering. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he said.
I actually didn't even hear it.
Okay.
Did you hear it?
No, I didn't.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. I'm not gonna say go.
All right.
There we go. He's not gonna say go.
Now I can pick up. Now I can pick up.
Go.
The personalities.
It's
I
1,
love
2,
it.
3. You say it on go.
get it.
But
There we
there's
go.
not gonna be a go.
It's not gonna be a go. 1, 2, 3.
Nomadic.
Experience.
Nomadic experience.
Hey, that's a good little tagline.
It
A
is,
nomadic
it is.
experience. Why would you say nomadic though, Zoe? Because
because
the term of nomad I'm thinking is like
Yeah,
move around a lot.
exactly.
So, okay.
None of the songs live in one place. You know what I mean? They all expand into different realms. You know what I mean? Even the
I
songs
agree.
themselves, not even just in their different capacities, but the songs themselves within the song, it doesn't stay in one place.
I
You know
agree.
what I mean?
Yeah.
He takes it one direction, then I
Yeah.
take it another
That's
direction.
what I was gonna say earlier.
Yeah.
With my music, it is all one big space, and with him, he is like a knife through bread. He can cut right through the thick mix that I have, and it's just like boom in your face.
We the shit. What can we say?
So
Y'all are fire. man. I'm not gonna lie.
So I recognized that on the first song we did on Friends.
Yeah.
I'm so spacious and so around, and then as soon as his verse comes in, it's like boom, right in your face. And so learning that, I was like, man, I'm about to make this. So I kept mine real spacey,
Yeah.
but then my verses are a little bit stereo image spread, like it covers your whole face.
Yeah.
But like with his, I mean, his is like a line drive because
Right
I
to
wanted
your
it to be
nose.
that contrast.
Man.
yeah. So nomadic. It moves. It moves.
Put that in y'all
A
think tank.
nomadic
Nomadic
experience.
experience. 'cause
On the little biography of the
Yeah.
album, that's what it's
Yeah.
gonna be called.
there you
A
go,
nomadic
man.
experience.
I
Dope.
love it, man.
That's dope.
You guys really do compliment each other.
I mean, I'm
yeah,
happy to
man.
hear it because this was not something orchestrated.
Not
We
at
just
all.
popped
bro.
in
This
the
is
studio and said, "Let's
Super
do
organic.
it."
Yeah.
that's
I'm loving
that's
it,
the
man.
plan.
It was a natural.
Even the conversation, like right now, having you guys on the podcast is
Right.
very comfortable.
Oh yeah. No.
Oh yeah, I can sit here all day.
Yeah,
There's
I
so
can
much,
too.
there's so
Genuine.
much to talk about.
Oh, I mean, hopefully I can have you guys back, man.
yeah, 'cause
Definitely.
I have such a genuine love for what I'm doing,
Yeah.
and coming from where I come from, not a lot of people there take it seriously. So like,
Facts.
I haven't gotten the space
Yeah.
to really talk about it, especially with people that know a lot about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so like a lot of what I say goes over their heads. Like
Yeah.
I'll send a song to somebody back home, and like sounds
That's
good.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually like it this time.
I actually like
and I'm gonna block you, and I'm never gonna hear from you again.
this
Yo,
podcast.
that's great criticism, though. Listen,
Yeah.
folks are all over the place, man.
Yeah.
So
See-
you got to take it. You got
Yeah.
to take
See,
it.
my opinion on that is I love it definitely, but I don't like at least about my social media. At least I didn't really like the essence of the fact that it was so filled with friends. You know what I mean?
We just had this conversation.
right. Like I don't like
Yeah.
how it's filled with friends
Yeah.
and not to be degrading, but not fans. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
Yeah.
it's more friends than fans. So they see my music, and to them it's like, oh,
hobby.
he just.
Yeah.
He just posted another song.
I hear it.
I might get to it, but it's
Yeah.
not filled with people who are like, yo, I'm following you because I'm following your
Yeah.
journey. I want
Yep.
to. I'm here for the music, not here because
Yep.
you look good. I'm not trying to see your fit pics. Like,
Yeah.
if you're
A
not
lot of-
posting
a lot of-
music, I'm leaving.
Yeah, a lot of people are invested in the relationship and not invested in the business.
I hear
Yeah, and that's something that I don't necessarily like. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I'm just like I said, just happy to have them.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Having that support,
But-
having any support is better.
And any
than no
support is
but-
amazing, but
Absolutely.
I would love to get to a point where it's just people are there they're just there for the music. You know what I
Right.
mean?
That's
like,
just gonna take time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, that you got to grind for that. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't even say that. You guys just keep having fun.
Have fun, be patient.
Keep having fun.
I'm
Yeah,
here. Look, I'm doing
Vibing.
like since I moved out here for music,
Yeah.
I'm doing what I moved out here for.
Listen.
So like I didn't move out here to get famous and rich. I moved
Yeah.
out here to make music and meet people who make music.
Facts.
And
Just keep
I've done
doing
it
that.
with Zoe. I'll do it with countless others. Ain't nothing
it's
on
like
top.
that.
Ain't nothing on top jackets though. Not for right now.
And you know, I'm with him on that. Like I'm
Yeah.
down to collab with anybody, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But something I've noticed about when I do try to collab with other artists is, especially rappers, like no one ever wants to rap after me. You know, what I mean?
That
So,
man. So.
no, I'm so
Respect.
dead ass.
Respect.
and everybody's so
So dead
focused on
ass,
money. Like
Well, it's
people-
competition. That's
Yeah.
comp-
That's what I'm
competition.
saying. Like
yeah.
people, I'll
The
be
money
in,
talk is
a
crazy.
spot,
yeah.
and I'll be freestyling, right? You know what I mean? And
Love
then after
that.
I freestyle, I'll wait because somebody like I went to this event a couple weeks ago. It was a bonfire party. I go there. They was like, hey, somebody's like, hey, bro, put a beat on. We finna freestyle. They put a beat on. Everybody's just sitting there like. So I'm like, well, shit, fuck it. If the beat is on, I'm finna go.
Right.
So
And
I rap.
That's Zoe for you.
I rap for a
You
whole
said it. You
2
called it.
minutes.
That's
a
dope for
whole
you.
2 minutes, and I'm killing it. And I'm like, all right, cool. Then I finish. I'm like, there's like shit. Y'all see the Lakers game? I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Y'all don't want to rap no more.
Yeah.
Nobody want to rap no more. But if in moments like that, I'd be like, damn, maybe I should have just shut the fuck up and let them go first. But the competitor in me is like, bruh,
No,
I'm
you
Kobe
can't.
in this shit. I'm here to win, and I'm here to kill y'all in the process.
I mean,
That's
And look,
it.
and
That's all.
and
That's rap.
That's who I have next to me in the studio.
That's rap.
That's why we.
I'm telling
he's
you,
gonna
like,
push you.
Yeah.
Because me, I'm one of those people, right? Even though I'm not a traditional MC, and I'm not the fucking Rakim, the Tupac, the Biggies, and all that shit, which is cool. I don't intend to be, but I'm a rapper at the end of the day. I love the genre of hip hop. So in my mind, rap is a sport. It's a competition. If you're not driving to do it and to be the best, what you doing it for? It's cool to have fun, but bro, this shit is built off competition. Everybody wants a spot at the throne when it comes to rapping.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
serious.
Like, you want to be the best rapper of all time. Jay-Z and Nas beefing. They want the top of the throne, you know what I mean? Because the last people who had the throne, Biggie and Pac, were gone now, you know what I mean? You got Kendrick and Drake. We ain't gonna go too crazy on that conversation, you know. But Kendrick and Drake, they did their little thing or whatever, and it's more or less for the crown. So
Yeah.
I'm one of those people where it's like, dog, I'm coming for the crown. I don't care who has it.
Yeah.
If
I
you
want
have it, you're a threat. You know what I mean? You're not a friend, you're a threat. And kudos that my boy Jack don't rap because he's not a threat. He's my friend. But
I stay in my own lane.
I mean, on that note, I mean, if you guys are still, I know we are running out of time, but if you guys are still okay with it, I would love to hear the performance track. If you guys would like
Of
to
course.
share that.
Let's just hope my.
would y'all like for us to perform it like this? Because we can,
What, right here?
yeah, we can do it like this.
For camera's sake, what would be better? Obviously,
It would be over.
Yeah,
over
yeah.
there would be better. All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
what
we'll
do you think?
do the swing set.
yeah.
Boom.
All right.
Put y'all
I'm all about
swing set.
the creative.
Yeah. Should I move any of the quasars over there to get them lit?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's.
Yeah,
go to-
but let's give this closeout though. So
Okay. Yeah. Actually, let's close it out.
yeah,
and then do
yeah.
the performance
So
after.
the streaming platforms, how you can be followed, everything.
Yeah, on everything: Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. It's all Jack Hud, but without the A. So
And Discord
yeah, Discord.
and SoundCloud.
all of
I
that.
have a Discord. Look, if you go to my Instagram, there's a flow page link, and it has Discord. It has everything. So it's Jack Hud without the A. So it's JCKHUD.
Lit. And you can find me anywhere at Alonzo11. You know what I mean? Alonzo, ALONZO. 11 spelled all the way out. You know what I mean? It's like that on all social media platforms. Discord as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, thank y'all for having us. This was a vibe.
Yeah,
you know what
this
I
was a
mean?
blast.
Really appreciate you guys
This
coming
was a
out.
blast.
Oh, of
Indeed,
course.
Indeed. Respect to the creators and engineers.
Oh, yeah.
Always, always. We love y'all. But
Thank you.
we coming, goddammit. You know what I mean?
Jack and Zoe.
I'm gonna be real. I
Jack and Zoe.
love all musicians in any field, but I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
That's just who I am. That's how I was raised.
Look
you
out
know?
for Jack and Zoe.
Right.
Look out for Jack and Zoe. Look out for
Okay.
Jack and Zoe, because we coming for you. And if you're not ready when we come, then go back to the drawing board, baby.
If you're not friends, you know what you are, foes. So
Foes, you're a threat.
better make that relationship now.
Yeah.
And on that note, thank you guys so much for chiming in,
Of
for
course.
tuning in to City Underground
Of course.
Podcast. We just want to continue to give emerging artists a platform where they can come and talk their stuff.
That's right.
Hey.
And
We'll do it every time.
every time. You guys will be back for sure.
Of
Oh,
course.
most.
I'd love it.
Definitely.
I'd love it.
Follow me on all platforms, Nathaniel W. James, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Guys,
Good stuff.
huge, man.
Good stuff.
I love it.
See how conversation flows, gents. Y'all
right.
did your thing.
That's right.
Y'all did your
Easy.
thing. That was dope.